Welcome back to Wheel Reverend, your ultimate destination for two-wheel thrill and deep dive reviews. And today, we're talking about a name that has become synonymous with performance in the entry-level sport bike segment of the Yamaha R15. But this isn't just any R15, this is the brand new 2025 Yamaha R15 V5, and it's here to turn heads, twist throttles, and redefine what a 150cc bike can truly do. Yamaha has always treated the R15 like more than just a beginner bike. It's a stepping stone into the world of supersports, inspired heavily by the YZF R1 and R6. And with the 2025 update, the R15 V5 gets even closer to that DNA in terms of design, performance, and technology. So, let's dive right in and see what makes the new R15 V5 a serious contender in the sub-200cc segment this year. Let's start with the design, because this is the first thing that grabs you. Yamaha has clearly doubled down on the track-inspired aesthetics. The 2025 R15 V5 carries a sharper, more aggressive fairing. The central LED projector headlamp remains, but it's now flanked by sleeker DRLs that look meaner and more futuristic. The front fascia is almost a direct nod to the R7, giving it that big bike appeal. The side profile is lean and aerodynamic, with sculpted tank shrouds that flow beautifully into the seat. The tail section stays high and angular, reinforcing that supersport silhouette. Fit and finish, as expected from Yamaha, top-notch. The panels are tight, paint quality is premium, and every single component feels like it belongs on a much more expensive machine. Yamaha has also introduced new color schemes for 2025, including a stealthy matte gray, a vibrant racing blue, and a special edition red-black combo with subtle graphics. They all scream performance, but this bike isn't just about looking fast. It is fast. Which brings us to performance. Under the fairing, you get the same liquid-cooled 155cc single-cylinder engine with variable valve actuation, a Yamaha's own VVA tech that allows the bike to deliver strong low-end torque and top-end performance. The power figures are slightly tweaked for 2025. It now makes around 19.3 PS at 10,000 RPM and 14.5 Nm of torque at 8,000 RPM. On paper, that might not seem like a huge leap, but on the road or track, it's a noticeable improvement. Acceleration is more linear, and the top end feels livelier. The 6-speed gearbox remains slick and precise, and yes, the slipper clutch is still there, helping you downshift aggressively without upsetting the rear wheel. For 2025, Yamaha has improved the gear ratios ever so slightly for better city rideability, which is a welcome touch. Another big mechanical highlight is the addition of a standard quickshifter AES. Even on the base variant now, upshifts are lightning fast, and it's an absolute blast on open stretches or twisty back roads. Yamaha has clearly listened to its fans who wanted more race-focused tech at this level. The R15 V5's chassis setup is also worth talking about. It retains the Deltabox frame, a incredibly rigid and confidence-inspiring paired with upside-down front forks and a preload adjustable rear monoshock. This gives the R15 V5 incredible cornering precision. Whether you're leaning into corners on the weekend or dodging potholes during weekday commutes, the suspension feels well calibrated, not too soft, not overly stiff. Braking duties are handled by a 282mm disc at the front and a 220mm disc at the rear, both gripped by brake calipers. Dual-channel ABS is standard across the range. The bite is strong, the feedback is solid, and combined with grippy MRF radial tires, the bike feels reassuring under hard braking. Now let's talk about the tech, because this is where the R15 V5 really flexes its value. The instrument cluster is now a fully digital LCD unit, slightly revised from the V4, offering two riding modes, street and track. Switch to track mode and the display layout changes, showing a prominent lap timer, gear position, and RPM band. The new unit is also brighter and more readable in direct sunlight. But it doesn't stop there. Yamaha's Y-Connect app compatibility is back, allowing Bluetooth pairing with your smartphone. You get call and SMS alerts, phone battery status, and even last parking location via the app. For a 150cc bike, This kind of integration is seriously impressive. Other thoughtful touches include the side stand engine cutoff, a hazard light switch, and backlit switchgear, all small features that enhance the daily usability and safety of the bike. Ergonomically, the R15 V5 hasn't drastically changed, but there are refinements. The rider triangle remains aggressive but slightly relaxed compared to previous models. The seat cushioning has been improved, and the clip-ons are just a touch higher and enough to ease your wrists during longer rides without compromising the sporty feel. Pillion comfort, however, remains minimal, but hey, this bike wasn't built for two-up touring on the road. The R15 V5 feels planted, confident, and incredibly agile. The throttle response is crisp, and thanks to the VVA system, the bike pulls cleanly through the rev range. Highway cruising is comfortable around 90–100 km/h, but it can push north of 130 km/h given the room. The aerodynamic fairing definitely helps reduce wind fatigue at higher speeds. In the city, it's nimble enough to filter through traffic, and the clutch action is light. Yes, the aggressive seating might feel a bit tiring in stop-and-go scenarios, but it's manageable for most riders under 6 feet. In terms of fuel efficiency, Yamaha claims around 40–45 km/L in mixed conditions, and that holds up in real-world riding. With a 11-liter tank, you're looking at a healthy 400+ km range, making it economical without compromising on thrills. Now let's talk numbers. The 2025 Yamaha R15 V5 starts at approximately a superscript 11.92 lakh showroom for the bass variant,